New picks, new background, let's get it. Monday, Smorgasborg, check it out. What is up, everybody, and welcome to yet another Smorgasborg brought to you by this fantastic Monday. And let me tell you guys, today's going to be a good one. So with no further ado, straight into the first segment. You guys know what it is. It's story time. It's a time that's a story, but also a story. It's story time. So everybody's had themselves a first vehicle or a second vehicle, maybe a vehicle you loved at some point in your life. And today I'm going to go over the history of, just playing Kurt's vehicle selection. So my first vehicle was the 1997 SC2 Saturn. It was a little red sports coupe, two-door, standard, vroom vroom, which was my favorite part to this day. I still know that if I get a new vehicle, it's going to be a standard because I do miss that. It's what I miss the most about the Saturn. But this thing went through basically... You guys have already heard one story about it when I ramped the curb at Christmas time and that, but basically the engine was fine. Like, I left this thing when its tire was flat in a Walmart parking lot overnight in like minus 50 degrees Celsius weather for 2 days, walked out, changed the tire, started it up, ran no problem, drove it to school, not a big deal. But where this thing lacked mechanical issues, it came up with all sorts of other issues. And I'm talking check engine lights, the windows didn't roll down, and brakes grabbing, brakes grinding, exhaust pipes falling off. And but the best part was it got to the point where the doors wouldn't even really lock properly, and you couldn't roll down the windows on either side. They were both broke, which was fine for the most part until one day I got pulled over. And so I cracked the door open, and then of course that's, like, police officers don't want people getting out of their vehicles when they're walking up to it. So, there's a little bit of high confrontation there about, like, don't open the vehicle. But once I explained that, my window doesn't work it down, so this is how we're going to talk, then they were fine with it. But I forgot that I had a friend in the passenger seat of this vehicle. And so I'm talking to this cop, explaining what we're doing, what's up, what's new. Didn't realize that there's a second police officer who went to talk to my friend in the passenger seat who's trying to get him to roll the window down, and he's trying to explain that the window doesn't roll down, and then tries to get my help in order to roll the window down or explain that we can't roll the window down. But I'm dealing with a cop, so then I'm telling him, like, yo, I'm talking to a police officer right now, like, whatever question you got can simmer down here. Like, I gotta deal with this over here. And then finally I realized, it's because there's another cop on the right trying to figure it out. So then I had to basically explain that my car's a shitbox and that none of the vehicles roll down, none of the windows roll down, there's check engine lights on constantly, and all sorts of other stuff. And so that was one time. There was the time we ramped the curb. Then there was one time where in the winter, my car would fishtail a lot. It would constantly be fishtailing, which, was kind of fun. I'm not going to lie, but, like, I never intended for it to do it. And I didn't realize what was happening until the snow melted, and I went with my mom to drive somewhere. I forget where. And we start driving, and you hear, like, this really bad, like, noise as we're driving. Mom's like, that is a horrible noise. Like, we gotta pull over. You're missing a tire or something. Like, it can't be that bad. And I said, no, you know what we do with this situation? We just turn the music up and ignore the sounds. It makes sounds. It's my car. That's just how it works. So anyways, we go a little bit further. Finally, my mom's like, no, you have to go out and check all the tires and make sure they're not popped. So I do it. All the tires are fine. We continue going forward. And then it wasn't until we went to turn around in this apartment complex parking lot where there's a guy yelling at us from a balcony and waving his arms, going like, yo, look here, like, you gotta stop. And then we stop, and I go, yo, what's up? And he proceeds to tell me that my back right wheel isn't even turning. And it's at that point where I go and look, and I can see a black tread mark all the way down the street. And I realize, oh, that was the noise. The brakes had seized on my back right tire, which is why I was fishtailing in the winter. I got it towed from there, and then our dad came and picked us up, and we took the same route home, and there was literally a black tire tread mark all the way from where my car had stopped to our driveway, basically, on the road, where you could see where I literally dragged the rubber across the freaking road the whole time. So that's another time that the Sega Saturn had had some time. So we nicknamed it the Sega Saturn for anybody that didn't know. And I actually found this video with Rourke. Don't know if you're watching, Rourke. Good pal. Got to get together once this quarantine and stuff is done. I found the last video of us driving the Sega Saturn, which I might play today. And I'll be like, we all know what happens with the Sega Saturn. And we all know it has some issues. But in a couple days here, it's gonna be gone. It's
you do that?
No longer one with me. And it holds a special place in my heart. So tonight, we will take it for its last rip, before it rips.
So I get to take it for a rip, right, Curtis?
Rourke gets to take it for a rip.
Okay.
That's just the brakes.
Yeah, they don't sound too good. Fast and Furious behind the scenes.
Oh, yes. 16 years. Yeah, that's it. Sega Saturn was my first vehicle. You know, I'll save the second vehicle for another story time because that one's got a soft place in my heart. Rest in peace, New Yorker. But yeah, that's it for vehicles this week, which will put an end to our story time, and we'll move into the second segment called Giga Games. The game is the Giga Game. Yeah, oh yeah. Welcome to Giga Games. Everybody loves Giga Games, and this week I'm tackling a game that we recently started playing, but it's been out for a lot of years, and you know what? I started off being that guy that said, I don't want to play soccer with vehicles. But turns out I really want to play soccer with vehicles. So that's right, this week the Giga Game of the Week is Rocket League. It's a free-to-play game where essentially you're put on teams and you have vehicles and you're literally playing soccer, but instead of kicking the ball, you're ramming it with a vehicle, and as much as it sounds whack, it is extremely satisfying and extremely addicting. And so literally, all I gotta say about this game is I had no expectations going into it. I literally thought like, yeah, I'll play this like, you know, maybe like 5 minutes and I'm out because I don't know anything about this. But let me tell you, the amount of hours I've put into this game since then with friends is unreal, and how hype it is when, you know, you get a shot off or you make an assist or a pass or you get an epic save is unreal. And so if probably a lot of you have already played this game, and if you do, good for you. Hit me up. We're going to have some Rocket League tournaments over on my Just Plain Cheese channel, and I would love to get everybody involved on the channel. Otherwise, if you haven't and you've got some download space, it's free to play on basically every console, and let me tell you, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you get a couple friends together and you start playing some Rocket League, it can end up being a lot of fun. And the skill level's pretty high because I like to think I'm good, but I'm pretty sure I'm trash. I'm pretty sure I'm just absolutely horrible. And there's people out there that make me look like an idiot. But that's the Giga Game for this week is Rocket League. It's got a soft spot in my heart, I gotta say. It's pretty neat. So that's it for Giga Games. We're gonna end things off there for this week. Keep your eyes open for some Just Plain Cheese updates and JPU updates as we're rolling into the summer. Vaccines are starting to roll out. They're starting to lift some of the things. So raise the roof, knock on wood. We might be getting out of this tunnel of 2020 and all this stuff. And when that happens, the JPU is ready to strike, and we got some stuff to make and release. So keep an eye open on that. Also, April 1st to April 7th, Just Plain Cheese. Hit me up over on Twitch. We are having a stream week. Get involved. We're having a Mario Kart night. We're going to be doing some Rocket League tournaments and all sorts of other stuff on that week. So if you haven't checked me out on Twitch and you want to see more Giga Gaming content live and get involved in the community, check me out on Twitch. There's a Discord link there. Come get involved in the community. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys. Smash that subscribe button. See you guys next Monday, and thanks for being the bestest of people.